Hello, welcome back to a brand new episode of Fin React. Michael here today. Well, as you guys see, we are doing another tier list. And of course, we're doing, this time, the color yellow. I'm not wearing yellow today, guys. I kind of really... But technically, there's a line on this that's yellow, so close enough. Anyway, we did blue. I'm going to leave you guys in the comments below, or I'm going to make a pool if I actually remember the rest of the colors. But, yeah, today we're going to do yellow. Now, I would say some of the underrated Power Rangers are always the underrated colors. Blue, yellow, pink, maybe. But today we're doing yellow. Now, some of these ones aren't technically Rangers, and some of them are technically missing. So, let's not waste any time. Let's do this list. Anyway... So we first start off with the GOAT herself, Trini Kwan from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1. Now, technically, they didn't put the original Yellow Ranger on because technically, she didn't even appear. She was in the pilot episode that never, ever aired. And, well, if you guys look at the behind the dark stories of Power Rangers, Pokemon, I grew up with that stuff. You would understand why. But Trini... a legend herself. Unfortunately, she did die in a car accident, but on the show, she was awesome. She was caring, smart, talented, deadly. Trini Kwan is an S. 07 Trini. Now, technically, I'm going to look at this one. I don't know this girl's name. So, technically, she wasn't really a Power Ranger. So, in Season 2, Lord Zed decides to bring evil Power Rangers that weren't really suits. They were just tied up costumes that Lord Zed made up. So, for that, I would have to put her as D because she technically wasn't even a Power Ranger. Next, we go to Aisha from Season 2 and 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Now, Aisha... took the powers from Trini after Trini went to the convention on the mountains. In reality, she left the show, and pretty soon after that, she did die in a car accident. She did take over, and in the show, she was entertaining. I wouldn't say she's the best Mighty Morphin Power Ranger one compared to Trini. I would say that Aisha's a C compared to Trini being an A. But overall, she did her role. But she did actually, during the show, I think it was during Season 3, the end, when they were finding the Zeo crystals when they were kids, she ended up staying in whatever place they put her in, and Tanya took over as the Power Ranger. So with that, we move on to from Alien Rangers, a series that really never had a big series in America compared to Japan when they had the samurai stuff. Jealous. His name is Thaddeus, Thaddeus, I don't know. To me, the Power Ranger and Alien Rangers didn't really have a big personality. They didn't really, say, if you had to choose a series, what would you choose? Alien Ranger. I'll put him as a C. I wasn't really quite impressed with him, but you know what? He did his role. I think, actually, to be honest, if you actually look at back, he's one of the first male Power Rangers in the American run. Now, here's the thing, guys. In Super Sentai, majority of their Power Rangers that were yellow are males. We diverse into that by putting 2 females. That's why a lot of people got confused of saying, why is Kimberly wearing a skirt and Trini's wearing basically a full suit? Japan never really considered that option, so we kind of ran with it. Don't blame us, blame Saban and all the creators of Power Rangers. Which brings us to Tanya. Tanya, to me, did her role in Zeo and Turbo. I think at one point they did have an episode where she did have a boyfriend. So, With that, I would put Tanya A. Also, I do follow her on Instagram, and she's actually very entertaining. She does do the Power Ranger conventions. So, with that, I still put her as an A. I do like Tanya. Which then brings us to, from Power Rangers in Space and Turbo, Ashley. Now, a little bit after my time with Kimberly for my more Power Rangers, there weren't that many ones that got my crush attention until Ashley showed up. Then she took over. Now, in the cute department, she's top tier. Definitely one of the cute ones. Show-wise, she did play a big role in the crush with Andros, so I will put her A. I'm going to be fair. I know a lot of people are going to say, do they really deserve to be in that spot? Yes. Do I care what your opinion is? Well, it's my tier list, so no, but we can debate about this on the comments below. Alright, next we got Psycho Yellow. Now, the Psycho Rangers played a big role in Space. Now, she did have a human form. I gotta see what this human form looks like for her. Kind of like Ashley, but not really Ashley. Just the face is really off. They did their roles in the Power Rangers in Space. I do like these Rangers, the Psycho Rangers. I like how they came back in Lost Galaxy, but they did their job. I was gonna say, I mean, do I consider them Power Rangers? Yes and no, but I will put her at this as respectable C. Next, we got Maya from Lost Galaxy. Now, Maya did change a lot of people's perspective. Now, she wasn't my, would say, crush. I kind of will still say Kendricks is my favorite from that season. But Maya did play a big role in the series. So, episode 2 or 3, Maya's world got taken over where it all turned to stone except her, where she was able to pull out the sword and became a Lost Galaxy Ranger. Hey, she got on me a little bit during the season. Alright, Kelsey from Lightspeed Rescue. Now, once again, in the Sentai world, this was a male, like most of them. But, to me, Kelsey, I don't know. She was a mountain climber and then joined the group. You had a lot of, like, different personalities in that show, clashing. But she wasn't that big in the show. I'll put her as a C. I wasn't really impressed with Kelsey in the show, but she did her job. Katie from Time Force. Now, a lot of people, when they look at Time Force, shit on Katie. I'm not one of them. I love Katie. Katie's tough. She's strong. She can lift people out of cars. She can beat guys in arm wrestling matches. She can lift things that were that it takes 2 people to lift. Hey, listen, I know there's going to be a lot of people comment below that say, hey, Katie does not belong up there. That's your opinion. When you have 2 girls like Jen and Katie on the show, yeah, we don't talk about that. You're messing with Yang and Yang. Alright, Taylor from Wild Force. Now, she really had a stucky personality, very bitter in the beginning, but then she grew on me. Now, I think with her, she eventually got her smile. She also did the whole crush on Eric from Time Force, which was another thing. But Taylor grew on me. I like Taylor. So, hey. Can't you tell yet that this list is very, very different? Because as much as I like these people on looks, personality, and how they were in the show, they don't match up to Trini just yet. Now introducing the second male Power Ranger for Ninja Storm, Dustin. Power of Earth. Motocross dudette. Always about the need for speed. He kind of made the show interesting to watch. I mean, you had the personalities of Shane, Tori, and Dustin. Hey, there's a lot of A's so far. And you know what? I ain't mad. Alright, Kira from Dino Thunder. Kira, to me, is an S. She grew on me because at first when I watched it, I was thinking, okay, how is she going to be in bark of a Tori? Well, she did her role. Power screaming to basically to your eardrums explode. She was a musician. She sung. She was talented. What more can you ask for? S. Next we got Z from SPD. I swear I was going to say there was something about her in the character actor in real life. I like Z, but wait. I'm going to go back in a second, guys, and read something. Okay. I actually had to go to the Watch Mojo website to look this up. So this was on the darkest moments in Power Ranger stuff. Their number 6 was the actor that plays Z in the show, Monica May's burlesque career. I not mad. Cameraman error. Zoom up onto my face. Let's focus on me for a second. Let's read this. Following the conclusion of SPD in 2005, the actress behind the street smart Yellow Ranger Z found success in front of the camera and on stage as a burlesque dancer. Yeah, so? But some people couldn't see her as anything but a Power Ranger. Well, if your entire career surrounds around Power Ranger, people are going to point at you for that reason. I was going to say, the actor that played Pink Ranger in Mighty Morphin, as much as she does those dramatic shows and all that stuff, she still reminds me of the Pink Ranger. Even Zach, who played and made episode appearances in different TV shows, the only thing I could think of is Power Ranger. A vocal minority of fans have ridiculously criticized May for ruining their childhood. Well, that's your problem. My childhood is actually 10 times better now that she did stuff after her career in Power Rangers. Just because she does risque performances. Well, that's sad for them. In 2020, she even took to Twitter, or X, or whatever you decide to call it nowadays. I don't care. I don't have one. To directly clap back at people who are trying to judge her choice. Good on her. Since May has still been seen invited to official Ranger events, I want to go to one, probably a lot of money, it's clear that many people didn't see anything wrong with May's burlesque. Yeah, because we're all smart enough, even the guys. We're all smart enough. She's an adult. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. I mean, after all, we all adored Cole in Power Rangers, Wild Force, and a little bit of Samurai, but we still know that he's a convicted murderer who's rotting in jail, probably. I'm just saying. I mean, even the Blue Time Force Ranger, with the whole allegation they had against him, people still liked him. It's clear that many people don't see anything wrong with May burlesque. Well, duh. So while some viewers might want to call SPD to step in, there's no emergency here. What the fuck? That was a stupid. You know what? V gets an A. For the real girl in real life to clap back all these people for what she does outside of Power Ranger stuff, she deserves my respect. Monica May, if you find this clip or someone tells you I'm giving you an A, please follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Finn Gaming. You guys can do that too. Okay, so next we got A Squad Power Ranger Yellow. That's all I could say. He didn't make me entertain in this show anyway. Alan Smith. I don't even know who you are. What'd you do? Anyway, let's move on. From Power Rangers Mystic Force, we got Chip, the nerdy, pizza weird topping loving guy. I will say, Chip, I liked him. He is very entertaining. He made the show very much more enjoyable to watch when you have people that are like his persona. Put him as a B. I mean, he's not better than Dustin, but I mean, he's better than the SPDA squad Yellow. Anyway, we got from Operation Overdrive. Michael, be nice. Be nice, Michael. It's just Operation Overdrive. It's Operation Overdrive. Ronnie. Ronnie is the Kevin from Samurai. Boring. The least Power Ranger that gets my attention is Ronnie. I'll put her as a C. Alright, Lily from Jungle Fury. Now, this was a little bit after I started getting into Power Ranger again. I saw the episodes of Jungle Fury. Lily had that personality I think any guy would love to have in his life. She had the badass episode where she was a badass in a motorcycle. That was kind of hot. Hey. Okay, technically she's not a Power Ranger. So technically the spirit of the penguin female, I guess they count her as yellow for some reason. She was like in 2 episodes. See? I don't know. I don't think she's bad compared to those 2 on the bottom, but she's there. Okay, next one we have from RPM, Miss Summer Lansdowne. Now, I will admit, RPM did grow on me eventually doing these videos. The fact that she became first this rich girl, had everything she wanted, the friends, the family, the fame, the money, the butler. She had it all until Dr. K ruined it. I'm just saying. And the fact that she had to work to build up to what she is today. The fact that she lost her butler due to the virus. Well, he didn't get a virus. He got shot in protecting her, but she grew on me. I'll put her as an S. Okay, next we got from Samurai, speaking of which. Emily. I don't really know much about her in the show. All I know, apparently she lacks self-confidence. And she had a relationship with Mike in the show. Didn't the guy Mike get in trouble for something? Yeah, wait a minute. Mike did something too. Didn't he did something dumb in real life. I'll put her as a C. I wouldn't say she was like the Yellow Ranger. People point out and say that's the Ranger I want. Honestly, the show didn't really have personalities, but except Antonio. Alright, next we got from Megaforce and Super Megaforce, Gia. Now, it seems like it's always something about blondes. You either get a good blonde in the show that kicks ass, or you get one that's just there. Gia grew on me. I mean, she liked the guy Jake liked her. I don't blame her. She was the only... Actually, in the Battle Grid game, she was the only one... You know what? Because you appeared in the video game, I'll give you a B. Why not? Alright, Trini from the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie. I still have a lot to say about that movie. Ruining every 90s kid Power Ranger fan childhood stuff. Now, here's the thing. Jason and Billy were the only 2 that actually had my attention on the show. I think Trini and Zach were kind of just there for shits and giggles. See? Alright, next we got from Samurai, Calvin Maxwell. Um, so I never really watched the show. I'm actually looking at this website for morphinlegacy.com. I looked at two clips the other day. Calvin Maxwell is an ace mechanic and is constantly improving his favorite truck. Whoa. Nitro. He is also the boyfriend of Haley Foster, the white Ninja Steel Ranger. Wait a minute, but I saw an episode he broke up with her. Did they get back together? Well, he did drop the ball on that one. White Ninja Steel Ranger girl was hot. After pulling the yellow ninja star from the Ninja Nexus prism, okay, Calvin became the yellow steel. Yeah, we know that. It is later revealed that Calvin had irrational fear of driving due to the childhood trauma. However, Calvin was able to face those fears and get his driver's license after saving his friend by driving the Mega Morph cycle out of a monster. They forgot to mention he broke up with his girlfriend one episode, but maybe they got back together. Calvin's a bit forgetful. That sounds like me. Shown when he forgets to compete in a race while working on a car and forgetting to pick up Haley on his way to school. Wow, boyfriend of the year. I will consider him SC. Alright. Next we got from Beast Morpher Zoe Reeves. Now, once again, I think I stopped watching this stuff. I watched like 2 clips of her, like big episodes. She did have crushes on like 2 guys. But I wouldn't say she's very much of an exciting one, but let's read more about Zoe. Really, they gave Calvin like a small paragraph. This girl has a novel about her. Zoe Reeves is the daughter of Muriel Reeves, a news reporter on Channel 10 News that supports her in all of her endeavors. One of these endeavors has her wanting to join Grid Battle Force, with her ending up in the laundry department. Well, at least she has a job. That is until the day the Morph X Tower are activated, where she fought off the dark avatar of Blaze and Roxy, which is in that next to her, for becoming the Yellow Beast Morpher Ranger. Cool. After about becoming the Yellow Beast Morpher, blah blah blah, Zoe Reeves gained Jackrabbit DNA. No comment. Jumping but gains a fast metabolism. Kind of wish I had that. Requires carrots to recharge. Are we talking about the girl, or are we talking about the DNA Jackrabbit? Anyway, Zoe Reeves is a problem solver, coming up with ideas to prevent issues from happening, like developing X-Bikes to prevent a forest from becoming destroyed by the city. So she's eco-friendly. However, some of these attempts at solving problems end up backfiring. Welcome to the real world. Like accidentally causing Ryjack's ship to explode after learning that Nate Silva, the Gold Beast Morpher, had a crush on her. Is that a bad thing? She also revealed that she had a crush on him. Okay, all fair is love and war. But are unable to date due to the Grid Battle Force rule until Commander Shaw sees how effective they are as a couple. That's just stupid. After she and her teammates destroy Evox, she starts developing a clean alternative energy source with Nate Silva. So they end up dating. Cool. See. I don't know. Alright, next we got Roxy, the Dark Avatar Yellow Ranger. Good lord. Whoever made this Morphin Legacy really were on this Beast Morpher show for some reason. Roxy is a dark avatar created by Evox from the Yellow Beast Morpher Ranger candidate. Okay? Roxy, who has the ability to transform into an evil version of the Yellow Beast... Yeah, whatever. Roxy is calm and collected compared to Blaze, who often calming him down when he gets called out by Skrulls. Or Skrullsy, whatever. Roxy takes advantage of her past relationship with Ravi Shaw, the Blue Ranger, toying with its emotions, wow, girlfriend of the year, to obtain a neural aligner and attempt to turn the Blue Beast Morpher Ranger to a dark avatar. Roxy is offered an upgrade by Evox if she succeeds in obtaining data containing the Beast Morpher Ranger ability and succeed in obtaining all 3 abilities. I bet that so worked in the show. However, Vargoyle is offered the upgrade instead of attempting to regain his favor by attaining Mega Transporter from Grid Battlefort. What the fuck? There's so much shit, man. Succeeding at the task while getting rid of Vargoyle by talking Skrull into dispowering him. Roxy also installed a virus into her human counterpart stasis pod in order to distract the Beast Morpher Ranger while she's busy enacting Evok's final plan. She is ambushed by Ravi, her man crush. However, and it's destroyed by him after her crush her Evok's Morpher. So, did she technically die in the show? I don't know. See, I honestly don't even think I have anything other than C, and also I'm blocked. My face is getting blocked by the sun. Don't judge. Okay, so technically, I guess Dino Fury, I think the show is, technically doesn't have a Yellow Ranger. So this is technically the gods. D. I don't care. Who the fuck is this girl? Oh, I know who this is. Mini Kwan, I think her name was. Or Mina Kwan. So, technically, in the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, once and always a Ranger. If you guys don't know, spoiler alert, Trini dies in that show. For some reason. Why her? I don't know. What happened to the pink, green, and red? Well, I guess, well, technically, Catherine was the pink. They didn't do anything with Kimberly. Jason, I think, was probably not allowed to be on film with his controversial stuff. And Jason 07. So technically, Trini did die in the movie. I don't consider it called a movie because it's not really there. Anyway, so basically, it's the daughter who eventually takes over. I say dedication that she took over. D. C. Would I change anything on this list? Absolutely not. Are you guys going to disagree with me with this list? Probably are. Do I care? No. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Check out the tier list, playlist, everything so far. What color should I do next? You decide. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is Michael, signing out.